A blogger has gone behind enemy lines. December 14th, 2008 against the Hamilton Bulldogs was my first Toronto Marlies game as a member of the press. Ooh, that felt weird to say. But I wrote a blog about it on leafspace.com. Here's the link over here. Obviously, when you're in the press box, you can't freak out every time the team you want to win scores a goal. So, you have to kind of restrain yourself in that sense. Like when Ben Andres scored, I had to kind of go, But what a game it was. Over 4,000 on hand to see it. And Cedric Desjardins of the Hamilton Bulldogs, I guess unfortunately from a Marlies perspective, put on probably the best goaltending performance I've seen live. A lot of them were his own skill, and a lot were just dumb luck. There was one particular save where he flashed the leather, didn't even look at it, he just happened to catch it. The Marlies were out shooting the Bulldogs 30-10 after 2 periods, but they were still losing 1-0. In the third, Ben Andres comes in, ties it up, but unfortunately the Bulldogs came right back with about 2 minutes to go, and that's the way the game ended. But then what comes after the game when you're a member of the press? Interview the players in the locker room. Some of my questions were serious, some not as serious, but hey, I had to ask them. It was Yuri Tlusty bobblehead night yesterday, and I thought I would ask his captain, Ben Andres, about the bobblehead itself.
Did you get a chance to look at Tolusti's bobblehead?
No, I didn't. I'm sure it's better than mine was last year, so maybe we'll take a peek after the game here.
Next, I stopped to talk to Anton Strahlman. It was his first game back with the Marlies since being sent down by the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you figure a guy that was just sent down might be a little grumpy, but no, he was perfectly accommodating and seemed to take it all in stride. I asked him here what he was told to work on.
I'm going to try to work on my defensive game and battling a little harder. That's why I'm down here, so I'm going to do that.
Moving outside the locker room, I talked to head coach Greg Gilbert about Strahlman's play.
This is one of your first glances at Strahlman this season. What have you noticed has progressed with his play from last year?
Well, I mean, he hasn't played very much in the last little while with the big boys, and we had him for a short time last year. But I liked his intensity level tonight. I thought it's the best that I've seen him since he's been with us, anyway. But he's such a smart player, and he's just an effortless skater, and he does a lot of things that other players just don't quite recognize. But I thought his compete level was the best that I've seen it since he's been with us. So I saw a lot of positives.
And the last clip I have for you, Greg Gilbert talking about Daryl Boyce. Greg Gilbert was not amused at all with how Daryl Boyce was treated because he got mugged a couple times during the game and didn't really seem to fight back. And apparently the reason for that was he's got a busted hand, so obviously you can't be connecting punches with somebody's face when you got a busted hand. Here's what he had to say.
Daryl Boyce couldn't fight. He didn't want to fight. He's got a bad digit. He can't fight.
So there you have it. Toronto Marlies losing 2-1 to the Hamilton Bulldogs. I'm Steve Dangle covering the Toronto Marlies. You can read about it more on my blog on leafspace.com. Link over here. I will see you next time. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish I had a bobblehead.